Morning, everybody. Welcome back. It's Wednesday. Today is Wee Woo Wednesday for JMac Oregon. For those of you who don't know, you can win free gift cards to Starbucks. For Starbucks products, $5 average per card. You can it's easy to play. It doesn't take much work. Just go to JMac Oregon today at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. He's in Oregon, obviously, so check it out. We have a rough estimate from the Senior Citizens League that they are predicting that they might see a cost of living adjustment for this year coming up for 2025 of 4% COLA. However, the months that they use to calculate this are July, August, and September. So the official numbers from the Consumer Price Index for workers, or CPIE, won't be calculated until September. When they do July, August, and September. So therefore, it's way too early to say what the cost of living will be. We will actually have closer to the right numbers in October. However, we know that the economy is taking a really hard hit to the face. And it's making a lot of people very frustrated. I have empathy for you guys. I get it 100%. For all of you, good morning, Tiger Kitty. Welcome to the show. And also, people would like to see Joe Biden get out of his fantasy land and look at the reality of what Bidenomics has done, which has been extremely destructive to the economy. We're seeing it in everything that we're seeing. Businesses are going bankrupt because of a variety of factors, including and not limited to the fact is in the state of California, the minimum wage is $15 an hour. Now it's going up to $20 an hour. The mayor of Los Angeles, California, would like to do a partnership with wealthy residents of Los Angeles to help make homes available for the homeless in the form of building projects to help the homeless, which seems to be kind of a mixed bag of success, in my opinion, because the state of California is so expensive that I don't know if it's going to help, because the average person, the rents, even a studio apartment in San Fran, has at least $3,000 a month. And if you're on Social Security disability, unless you happen to have been working in the system for years and years and years, you're not going to have $3,000. That's probably about the maximum you'll be able to get. Anyway, is $3,000. So how does that work? I don't know. I mean, the whole situation right now in this country is unsustainable. And it's totally unsustainable.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah. Alright, so let's get to the questions. Good morning, Tiger Kitty. Red says democracy is stupid, huh? Let's see. Better off with communism. Good morning, Krista. Is that true I never heard that first. Oh, there you are. How are you doing? Krista says it's true that she did get arrested and got 5 years in jail, and I guess she got out. She left 5 years probation. I don't know what this is about. I I said it first. Well, I don't even know what this is about, but anyway, good morning to everybody in the chat and everybody else here. Appreciate you all being here. It's nice to have you here. We got one on Kick right now. By the way, let's talk real quick about the Kick movies. Mr. Bean's Holiday was hilarious. I didn't even want to get up to put the pizza in the oven. I wanted to watch it. I mean, because it was so funny. I loved it. It was funny. Mr. Bean's Holiday. We did get a chance to see 99% of Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for Kicked Me. We're back in Kick again. But it's like, if I was the government, if I was the site, I would say, gee, or let's let her see 99% of the movie anyway. Might as well let her watch the very tail end of it. Yeah. Well, it's kind of funny though. In some ways, I like the red. I like Knuckles. I like the red one. You like the red one. I like the red one. I thought he was cute the way he looked with his face down with it, like he had you know, I don't know, dreadlocks or whatever. He's kind of cute. I like Sonic too. But I mean, Two Tails was funny. I liked the Two-Tail Fox. First time I saw the video, when I was previewing, I thought that was a cat. It kind of looked like a cat, but it wasn't. It was so cute when they were up there in Siberia and they were like doing a dance contest. I thought it was cute in the end when Two Tails falls asleep. And Sonic falls asleep next time, and then he takes the Two Tails and he flips them over Sonic like a blanket. I thought that was so cute. What does this mean? That they were closed forever. Testing. Can't see that account. They still never catch them. Talking about the Torrington Soup Kitchen. What's going on with the Torrington Soup Kitchen now? Am I missing? You're missing something. What's going on with the Torrington Soup Kitchen now? Forgive my ignorance. I mean, what's going on with the Torrington Soup Kitchen? Well, Torrington Soup Kitchen, if they're closed, then everybody has to go to Winstead Soup Kitchen again. But I ain't gonna change anything because Carrie's gonna keep on doing the same old routine all over again. Yeah. Women in jail for 5 years for gift card scam. How do you scam using gift cards? State of taxes. Continual taxation. Everybody used to call Massachusetts Taxachusetts. And Connecticut and California are saying, hold my beer. I'm gonna go. Is stealing from somebody with nothing really a crime? Well, the idea of what the word crime implies is that there's a victim. So, yes. But, you know, if you get gift cards for free, money for nothing, and your chicks for free, right? Well, you want to get some money for nothing, for just your patronage and enjoying a game? Come up to JMac Oregon's Wee Woo Wednesday tonight at 5 o'clock, where you can actually win $5 gift cards for Starbucks. Drink all the coffee you like. $5 if you win, your numbers come up in the game. You get a $5 gift card, and it don't cost a penny to join. Donations are accepted, of course, for them to help continue to run the little game. So if you want to play it, just come on over today, 5 o'clock, JMac Oregon, and I'll see you there. That's where I'll be. How do you do that? I'm sorry. I'm. Were people donating gift cards to her at the soup kitchen to be given to patrons, and then she took the money for herself? Probably. That'd be like someone going on to JMac Aragon and then basically stealing all the gift cards out of his place where he keeps them all, instead of giving it out in the Weeboo game. Yeah, that would kind of suck. I gotta be honest with that. Really, that would suck. Well, people don't realize that Starbucks is sneaky. And you know why? Because all the money that you put into the system in in gift cards, you're actually acting like a bank account. You actually are banking money. Also, you can get Starbucks points. Now, I got points. So, it's kind of interesting. So, they're acting almost like a bank. So, the reason she got in trouble with these people was supposed to be doing community service. She was signing off on court documents saying they were doing the community service. Oh. So, fraudulently signing court papers. Well, that's not good. No, that's definitely not good. No. Thou shalt not do that, or thou shalt suffer thy consequences. You do that, you're definitely in trouble.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah. Well, maybe that might be the reason why. Maybe it might be time for Carrie to get off her tuffet and get the Winston Soup Kitchen open like it should be, so we can all get a decent meal.
Oh, yeah!
The Torrington Soup Kitchen was always so compact, so packed up. Like Michelle's ass. No, my ass isn't so packed anymore. That's good. I know you hate trying to get those little cherry bombs out of your butt. Yuck.
Oh, yeah!
Oh, okay. That's not right. And the court puts you in community service. You're supposed to finish the job. It sounds more like a bribe in a way. It is a bribe. It's a bribe, and exactly what it is. It's a bribe, and bribes are illegal. You bet they are.
Oh, yeah!
Stormy Daniels case. Let's get to that, since we're talking about hush money. The judge was ready to throw Trump in jail for 30 days before he even got his jurors all selected. How do you like that? In the Stormy Daniels case, the only case that is probably going to have any meat and potatoes in it, there's already questions about that, and also the Ian Gerald case, the E. Jean Carroll case. That one's kind of iffy too. So the only thing that they really can get him on is the hush money, and at this point, the other cases don't have any real merit. I mean, E. Jean Carroll may not get the millions she wants, but we know she's going to keep trying. But Stormy Daniels might get what she wants. But the judge has a personal vendetta against Trump anyway, wants to go for the maximum penalty, instead of actually suing him for damages, i.e. civil case. They're trying to go for the criminal case. And the reason's simple. They want him out as president of the United States, as a candidate. But I know Trump. If I have to do this damn job behind bars, I will. It was in Torrington, Connecticut. It's 15 minutes away by car from me, south of me. And I used to go there when I lived in Torrington. It's probably one of the mostly densely packed 3-ring circus you could ever get into. It was in the basement of St. James Episcopal. No, is that St. James? Yeah, St. James Episcopal. Trinity Episcopal Church, thank you. Trinity Episcopal Church. The layout of the church is kind of interesting anyway. If you want to understand the layout of the church, I'll try to explain it to you. It actually has a sub-basement and a basement, and and then the first floor is like don't ask, it's complicated. But I mean, the point is that apparently the soup kitchen, the Trinity Episcopal Church soup kitchen has had problems in a long time. The original food service worker, Beth, was discharged from the soup kitchen, despite the fact that she was well-liked and she served good meals and she treated people decently. She was replaced by Lisa, which, I guess, is Lisa still there? Or was it Lisa doing this, or was it somebody else doing this? Let's make sure I get the names right, because Beth is gone. Lisa took over for Beth. So I don't know who was the one that was convicted. Was it Lisa? Because I don't think it was Beth, because Beth was already gone. Well, the one in Winston, Connecticut used to be a nice little eat-in soup kitchen. Had seating for about 60 people. We used to have awesome shindigs during the Christmas and Thanksgiving meals. It was a nice open atmosphere, lots of windows, air conditioning. It came later. I remember before it had air conditioning, how hot it was. And the people were nice. George, God bless George. He was the sweetest guy. He kept the soup kitchen running since the whole day I was there. All the days I was there as a regular, he was there. We had decent staff, good meals for a soup kitchen. Anyway, nothing bad to report about the food. Although when I first came in there, we had a person named Dale. Now, Dale, her idea with cooking was unreasonable, was you had to work with basically nothing. So she would do things with cocktail sauce and other things that kind of make nice, didn't meet my palate. But I give her credit for trying. Can't beat free food, let alone free anything. Free is not free. Let's make sure we understand this. Free means somebody else has paid for it. Okay? The soup kitchen, Winston, used to have work agreements with Stop and Shop. They used to work with some pizza restaurants. Would get free pizzas. And they would give them away to people that people would use them as a tax write-off. These were usually pizzas that we've ordered that nobody really changed their minds, or sometimes there were pizzas that they would make as a tax write-off for because it was a 501c3. I never had anything wrong with the soup kitchen in Winston. I personally didn't like Torrington all that much. I'm trying to check out what we're doing here, because Torrington soup kitchen was just so congested and so packed and so full of people. You really should put your lapel microphone back on again. It would help with the sound. It would help. Yes. Let me just fix this right here. So, and I think it's time to get a word in from our sponsors. So, I won't put in too many of these, guys. I will put in a few ads now and then because it helps to defray the cost of operations, but I'm not going to go ad crazy. I'm looking for sponsors for the products to be sponsored on this channel too. If you know anybody of a product that I can personally feel comfortable endorsing, and you would like to have me endorse a product for your channel, this is for all the big companies that are watching this. I know there are people that do. I'll just tell you right now, there are some companies I cannot endorse. Okay, so if you want me to sponsor your product, please consider the kind of people I work with. This is a gaming channel. It has to be a game that works on a Mac. Okay, first of all. If it's going to be a technical product, it has to be a product that is something that I actually would be using on a regular basis. I want to use your product, not just review it and say, oh, go get John Doe's digital amplifier, and then go, wait, I don't have John Doe's digital amplifier. I can't talk about it. I don't know nothing about it. I'd rather endorse a product I can at least verify and say if it's a good product or not. And I can certainly tell you, and I will gladly endorse the Elgato Stream Deck, because the fact is, Elgato, you have made a product that has made my show so much easier to do. One day, Elgato, I want to try your 32 button. Can we work on an endorsement, Elgato? Please? I would love to try the 32 button Stream Deck. That way I can put things separately on the buttons for my visuals and my sound effects and not have to keep jumping back and forth on the same box for both. But right now it's working, and it's been a very solid performer for me. In addition to that, and as I understand, this is only for the iPhone right now, you can buy the Elgato Stream Deck mobile app. You don't have to subscribe to it every month. You can buy it outright. And it works with your home Elgato Stream Deck, which means even when I'm on the couch with my iPhone 15 or iPhone 8, I can control my Elgato Stream Deck from my couch, which makes I only have to worry about having this.
Oh yeah!
Yeah, instead of lugging all the computer gear and studio gear over to the couch. And that's why I would like to sponsor products. At least I can endorse things I use every day. I am reviewing things you sent me. We haven't done any yet today. So let's go to the next product. And let's see. Dolly mixtures from Tesco. I have never. These look like kind of like what are Dolly mixtures? The thing is, it's gonna get all over the place because this bag does not reseal. Store in a cool, dry place out of direct sunlight. smells like fruit. It does. It smells like grape. This is a Dolly mixture. It's sort of a kind of a softer candy square pellet thingy. Oh, it's different taste. What does it taste like? At first, I thought it was grape. It's not. It's the one I grabbed was what is it? You want like a raspberry flavor? You also have tastes a little bit like tangerine. This is another one. This is a Dolly mixture square, and it has this one looks like it's orange and white. Yay, it is orange. Awesome. Okay. So to say don't try products. Well, I like the orange one. The other one tastes a little bit like cranberries. Yeah, I think they're okay. Okay. I got brown here, white and brown. White and brown. What does this one have? I don't know. I'm gonna taste like caramel and I like the orange ones. Right now I got 3 of the purple ones in my hand, so so Sainsbury's for a bus ride. I never seen so this is where it gets confusing. Each one's different. This one first on the top. This is purple. I thought this was great. And then this is a lighter kind of a pink. I think this might be strawberry, but I'm not sure. Oh, then Dollar General might be changing his. Might end up having to change his name in the future because they're introducing products now. It costs way more than $1 because 99-cent store is pretty much done. Lemon, another brown one. Well, this one looks round. It's a round one. Yeah. I never had those. The orange one's good too. This one tastes like strawberry. I think this one is strawberry. I think we still got in town before HMB shut down. Like a gummy now. Space sauce of sweets. Interesting though. Products I never heard of before. Hey, why does even though Tesco doesn't have an American audience, how come Aldi and Lidl never do a sponsorship on your channel? You don't use Lidl, but you've certainly had food from Aldi. Yeah, I like the Friendly Farms dairy products. I like the milk. I like their cheese, yogurt. Yum yum yum. Absolutely. That's it. That'd be an interesting thing. Hey, how about a sponsorship for us? You can try our food products, and then if you like them, you can endorse them. Oh yes, pure sugar. Absolutely. Easy on the sugar crash. Oh, yeah, I don't want to get a sugar crash, Joey. Speak for yourself. You ate the whole damn pizza pretty much for last night. We both did. Yeah. It was good. Munching while watching Mr. Bean get himself into some crazy stuff with that Celine girl. Oh, I'll tell you what. I absolutely loved that redhead. Oh, she was so cute. Yeah. I thought the young boy was cute too. I think he was funny, especially when he starts emulating Mr. Bean. And then it was funny when it was at the premiere, right? The guy was showing this boring slow movie. Mostly it was just like a montage, like a journal entry. And then he decides to get into the projection room, and then he plugs his video camera into the DLP projector, and then which is funny. It was a DLP projector, which means he switched out from the film and closed the doors already, and then he just plugged into the DLP projector and starts fast forwarding, rewinding to his little video camera. That was so funny. That it made the movie so much more exciting than what they were showing on screen. That was the beginning of the movie was the bits, and then the end, it was so fitting. I loved it. I really kind of would love to see someone do that real movie. Have a little fun with this story. The guy's reading the script. He's like, I could do the same thing. I could sit there and go, the story of my day. I get up every morning at 8 a.m. But I think of all the crap that happened on the day before. Then I go into the bathroom, get cleaned up, take a pee, try to poop, get myself ready, take my thyroid medicine. Oh, come on, everybody would snort that. But then if I was showing cutscenes of stupid things that have happened in my times in the bathroom, which is pretty rare, but make it a more comedy cutscenes. I think that would have been more fun. I think that's what, in a way, I think he didn't realize that he saved this producer's movie. And in the end, the producer actually liked what he did. He said, I never thought of combining film and video before. Well, actually, we do today now. A lot of people do. I absolutely loved the way that the movie was done. And all I wanted to do was go to the Riviera to the beach. And then in the end, the little camcorder says, battery depleted. He wrote in the word in French, fin, finished, done. And the man runs out. I don't know what that means. But is he having an episode? Who's he? Good morning, Grizz. How you doing today? Absolutely. Yes, she was cute. I think Knuckles and the other movie was cute too. That I don't know what he was, but whatever he was cute with those little dreadlocks on the side. I think they were dreadlocks or something like dreadlocks. Kind of looked almost like a puppy. Kind of like a puppy. And then I said, why does it have to be red and blue? Republicans are red, Democrats are blue, right? The left is red, the left is blue, the right is red. I need a purple character, although Two Tails is fun. I like Two Tails. He says, we are expecting hallucinations tomorrow. Making a mountain out of a molehill. Comment. Yeah, I think Grizz is in my Discord. I don't remember kicking him out. I remember he joined. I don't know if he's on there on a regular basis, but he is in the Discord. Oh, it looks like a regular gummy bar. This looks like a regular gummy, yeah. Sugar packed. Ugh. It was definitely strawberry. He said he tried Discord, he didn't like it, so he left. Well, my Discord isn't for everybody. Compared to some Discords, my Discord's pretty tame. I hear that some Discords are really kind of boring. Oh, got another brown one. We just had an orange one. And I got a light pink and a grape color purple one. Not really. I've seen it happen where YouTube can sometimes go down. Technology. I can understand the problems you can say because of new technology. Yeah, it's YouTube is a major part of the world. We always watch so many videos on YouTube today. Now, no, that wasn't Grizz. That was somebody else. Grizz was just known as Grizz. He's they kept the name Grizz. So that was another Grizz. That's not our Grizz. That's another guy. He's not verified. Our Grizz is verified. Or was verified if he's still even in the system. Well, I was sort of like him here. I'm finishing him off. Oh. Yeah, but it was a different guy. They joined last night. After movie night. But, alright. So, what do I think of these? They're good, actually. They're really good. Tesco made a good product here. Hey, Tesco, when are you going to reopen your American stores? Maybe if you called them Tesco, maybe we'd know more who you were. You chose another name for the stores, and it wasn't Tesco. I mean, just like Tesco in the UK, they had a lot of the same stuff you'd find, you know, like pre-made sandwiches and it wasn't bad though. I like these, and I loved your chocolate bourbons too. Those are delicious. Also, Tesco. You really gotta get an American store up here. Call yourself Tesco, and everybody will know who you are. And then you don't have to repackage your stuff for the American market. You just pack the stuff like you do in the UK, and you just ship it over. Same labeling, same packaging, saves money. Well, American consumer might get mad when it mentions everything in grams. Boom, you know as well as I do that Tesco also does label things in ounces also. These are actually very good though. I like the orange ones, and I like the brown ones. But yeah, it could be. He asked me about what was going on. I told him because he asked me first, so I knew he heard it from J&L. So you asked me a question straight out, I'm going to give you a straight out answer. Because that means they already know about it. So, just like I said in the message, that was a fake one. Asada. Another store that does not have an American store is Asada. Oh, another. Oh, wow. Is this the same kind of root beer, root beer flavor? I think this is a gummy. Well, yeah. I have heard that. I have seen it. Always look at the email header. Well, they can spoof it. If you know when the real reports come from YouTube. One, it is not going to tell you to download a report. Because YouTube will just send you an email. It'll come from a verified source from YouTube. But it'll never tell you to download something. If I want to send you a report, they will tell you right there on the spot. When in doubt, don't click on it. They do. Yeah, they're good. So the first thing I'm going to tell you, Windows Red, this is going to apply to you. Windows 11 is going subscription. Windows 11 also is installing more malware and spyware into your computer because they want to put everything on the cloud. Either going to be a monthly or a yearly monthly service charge to keep your computer running. Now, if you think you're going to be safe sticking around with Windows 10, nope. In fact, Windows 10, they're going to milk you for money out of Windows 10 too. To continue keeping your computer running, they want you to pay something like $61 a year for the first year, and then double that, about $122 for the next year, and then the third year they want you to pay another like it's gonna come out like to be $240. And they're going to want to have your credit card on file, and you're going to have to pay, or you're not going to be able to continue to use Windows 10. They'll shut your computer down. And you talk about extortion. Okay? This is the kind of stupidity that makes me so angry when I see these companies doing that. You already bought your license to use the product, right? You own the license. But you don't own the software. That's just it. You're getting they have to own the license to use the product. The license can be revoked by you or the company whenever they please. And Windows 10 service life will end in 3 years, if not sooner than that. I find it uncomfortable. Imagine waking up one day to start your show and you find out the computer says, "I'm sorry, Michelle, I can't do that. Your software has expired. You will now need to register a new product. So you're not going nowhere with your show today." Talk about a wet slap in the face kind of thing. But that's what Microsoft is doing. Oh no, I'm not giving fake news. This is news that is being reported by others and is documented stories. These are stories in my news section. These are news that's in my news section from actual sources, not from me making this up. Good morning, Molasses. Welcome to the show. How are you doing today? I don't think we're actually trying to... I think that's the one difference between opinion editorial and so-called fake news. In fact, is opinion editorial is an opinion. Okay? And I'm not trying to push fake news. Sometimes the news sources I get are kind of sketchy. You want to see fake news. There are some channels on YouTube that are monetized. And they use clickbaity titles. Like, NASA is terrified of what they saw in the solar eclipse on the sun. And while the video was about the solar eclipse, it did not explain why NASA was terrified. The word terrified is a clicky-baity word. Think about it. Why would a government agency that does the solar system space exploration be terrified about what they saw on the sun? First of all, that seems stupid. Or what the James Webb telescope is just discovered terrifies astronomers. No. So for what the James Webb telescope shows is the same old same. The guy kept repeating it over again. Okay, fine. Okay, we know the cigar-shaped rock. Okay, we don't know if it's a rock. Okay, we don't know. But they're clickbaiting themselves into YouTube's existence. I don't clickbait my titles. They always say NASQ, chill zone, good morning, good evening, good night, whatever. But they never say landlords hate her, or the landlord is causing severe terrification and harm to others, which again is not even true. Okay. What my landlord is doing is what every other landlord in Connecticut is doing. Okay, so that's not... Michelle was not terrified. Michelle knows dang well it's expected. Exactly. You know rents are going to go up because costs are going up. The current Mac I have now is only 4 years old, people. It's a 2019, or maybe 2020, 2019 Mac Mini M1. Yes. Of course you can. And Gemini and Jane, when you go there, look up Windows 11, Windows 12. I'm not kidding you. Windows 12, they've already discussed this on the Microsoft's own channels. But they want to do it like they do with Microsoft 360. They want you to go for the subscription. It's not me making that up, boys and girls. That's a fact. Okay? Microsoft lately has been pushing cloud services more than ever. And then the information that they do is they sell your name, your account information, to other companies to send you a barrage of emails, spam, and more spam. Because they're participating companies. Remember the word participating. Doesn't mean they're participating with you, but they're participating with other companies. It hasn't been announced, but it is in the works. Well, and yet Windows 12 isn't out either. Yet. It's coming. Alright? Coming out all the adverts. Yeah. And Windows 7 was kind of well liked. Some people liked 7. I never tried 7. Very few people liked 8. I don't know. Microsoft is sneaky. That's all I can tell you. Be on your toes. So obviously for me is, if I had got a PC, I'd have to install Linux on it. Because Linux, unless there's a few corporations, Linux, Red Hat comes to mind, that would certainly like to promote the commercial version of Red Hat. There are many excellent free Linux distributions out there that you can get. And that's the reality. Hey, use a product that works for you, I'll say that much. If you want to use Windows, that's fine. You want to use Mac, that's fine. If you want to use MS-DOS and you're happy with what software is available, that's fine too. You want to run CPM 86, CPM 2.2? Go ahead. I'm not going to stop you. You know? You use the product that meets your needs and meets your expectations and does what you want it to do. That's why you bought a personal computer. You didn't get one from your company. That would be a corporate computer. A corporate computer means is we are providing you the tools to do your job. We, as a corporation, own this computer. We will install the software that is appropriate for your work. So let's make sure we don't get them mixed up. Personal computers are personal. You put on them what you want. Corporate computers is paid for by your company. They put on it what they want. Okay? Make sure you understand the distinction, people, because there is a big, and very important one.
Oh, yeah!
Well, that's another issue that the game companies are going to have to get their heads around, because sooner or later, Snapdragon Elite X is coming out from Qualcomm. And just like in the M series chips from Apple Silicon, these chips are seriously going to give AMD and Intel a run for their money. They're fast, energy efficient, and are really cool. I mean, not just because they look cool, but because they literally are cool. 23 watts TDP is fantastic. That means that the computer can get things done at a less heat output, which means less need for active cooling. For laptops, the Snapdragon Elite X chips can outbeat even the current i9s from Intel at a much lower energy level. And that's a big deal, especially since our electric bills keep going up in Connecticut over and over again. Yeah, people do play games on Mac. That's a misunderstanding. However, it is very true that until recently, there was less games on Mac. But to say that they don't play games on Mac is like saying that virgins don't have sex. Or at least don't think about it. Oh, I can tell you, they certainly do think about it. Well, yeah. Oregon Trail is a game you can play on the classic Macs, yes, and the classic PCs. Just remember, when you put money in for a computer, you are investing money and time in picking the hardware you use for your obligations, what you want to do with them. And that's what the computer is especially personal computers. You need to realistically ask yourself, what's your goal for this machine? What are you doing? I was very clear. I said, I want a computer that runs with OBS, that streams good, doesn't take a lot of power on my desk, and doesn't take a lot of space. And I wanted something that, again, was supported the Mac ecosystem. Because I like the Mac ecosystem. I like the fact that everything works together. My phone, and if I had an Apple iPod, it would work fine. If I had an iWatch, it would work fine too. And it also works fine with my older Macs too. Yes, even my 2004 Power Mac G5 Mac works fine with my iPhone 15. I'm not ignoring all your messages, Gemini Jam. Let's take a look here. They are only changing for large companies for extra coverage in security. And Gemini Jam says, only gonna charge. I heard that. I understand that. But that also still brings up a big thing. Remember, corporate computer, not personal computer. Corporations can afford it. But sometimes, though, individuals will buy Windows Pro Professional because they want all the feature set. And so, when you say a large company, I don't know about Microsoft Windows Enterprise. That's definitely not something you're going to see on the average person's desk. Yeah. Oh, yeah, America has a problem with its food supply. And its other issues in the world. I'm sorry, I don't think the USB port's big enough. That's a joke, guys. That it's not for normal people. Well, when you say it's not for normal people, as I said, it depends on the customer and what the objective is. I mean, for example, take the 2000 and, what was it? Even the 2018 Mac Pro. Cheese grater. 2017. Intel-based one. The price tag of that thing was so high that the majority of people said, I ain't paying that. Then Apple says, it's not meant for the average John Doe. It's meant for the big guys who do video and film production that need lots of PCIe slots and fancy graphics cards. And then the next year, introducing the M1 Mac. Almost the big guys are going, ouch, I just spent all that money for this big professional workstation. And now you're telling me that you're getting away from Intel chips? Well, that's what they did. But the big guys that spent the $64,000 for the top-of-the-line Mac Pro. I'm talking about the big one. All the top features, 1.5 terabytes of RAM, a couple petabytes of storage on SSDs and SATAs. Those guys with the fancy video sequencing and audio sequencing cards, they could afford it because they were amortizing it on their the depreciation on their balance sheets. The average American person doesn't do that because they don't think that way, and that's fine. Me, I was like, well, my 2009 Mac Pro was good, but it's getting kind of long in the tooth. I need something to continue streaming in case that thing decides to call it quits. I knew it was going to do it sooner or later. The question was, I got to get this Mac Mini sooner than later because I may not have it later. And you know what? I was right. Yes, there are a lot of other good platforms out there, other manufacturers. There absolutely is. But it's just like the cell phone industry. You have two major ones, Android and iOS. How many Nokias using Symbian iOS or OS are still being used today? Not too many. How many of them are still using the original Nokia platform? Like in the 5130 and 5160 and the 5110. Or 6340i. Not many. The 5010 Nokia phone is absolutely useless today. It's only 2G. There's not a lot of market out there for feature phones. But yet you can see there's good phones out there, but they're not Windows and Android. Yes, there are, but they're not also don't got much app support either. Good morning, Carrie. How you doing? IDN is the link today. IDN is the link today. Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to be mean to anybody. I'm just being honest that there definitely is other computers out there. And let's go to commercial. Someone has to pay the bills. Yeah. And we are holding our own here. So, the weather is good outside, guys. The sky is blue. It's going to be mild today. I didn't go out yesterday. I didn't have any reason to. So let's take a quick look at the weather forecast. Right now, currently outside is 12 degrees Celsius. Mostly cloudy. I'm sorry, I disagree with the mostly cloudy thing. Well, it looks more like slightly cloudy. It says here 55% chance of rain. I don't think so. Thursday, 55%, 55% rain, high at 8. Friday, cloudy, high up to 13. That's when I go shopping with Krista. I mean, we'll get some morning show in too. Maybe at Cumbies. Saturday, cloudy, high of 16. Sunday, mostly cloudy, a high of 13. Monday, sunny, a high of 15. Tuesday, mostly cloudy, high of 17. And so on it goes and goes and goes and goes. He doesn't have any. And he's not here anymore. Oh, I gotta warn you about that. YouTube has found ways to really mess up Brave. People have been reporting that the Brave browser has to come up with a way to thwart YouTube's ad blocking security better than they do. Okay, I know it's joking, Mojo. Never had a problem. The link to our public Discord is still open, guys. We are still accepting new applicants to the Discord. Love that some people come up on panel say, guys, come on, IDN is the link. IDN. I love to have you come up here, and I do not what? I do not smoke. I do not drink. Well, I do, but barely. Okay, why don't we... I have ad block on the computer here, too. But that's because YouTube says to content creators, thou shalt not partake of thy own advertisements. Okay. Then why do you still run ads on my own streams I'm watching from when I'm logged into my own account? Right now, this month, because of some of the changes YouTube has made, we're making on the average between the ads and the promotions, we're making about $5 to $6 a day. I do on my desktop. I don't have it on my phone. I watch ads on my phone every day. Also, how do we know that the judge is against Trump? It was specified in the Fox News article, which you can watch. Also, another YouTuber also has brought the same news up as well. That's also in the news section of our Discord. You guys can always go there. You can get the sources that we use every day. Or even the ones I don't mention here, but they are still always mentioned in the Discord. I bet she doesn't turn on watching. Yeah, I do. My tarot readings, I certainly do. I watch them on this computer, and then when I do manage to look at them on my phone, I always skip the ads because I know I'm not supposed to watch the ads. It's the unskippables I can't skip. So I try not to watch too much of my ads, or too much of my shows. Fox News is so fake, proven so many times over and over. Perhaps. However, it's not like I'm coming out of the story out of my butt. because I'm using sources and I cite my sources, and if you don't like my sources, that's fine. But at least you know I'm citing my sources, so you know you can always verify that, yes, she did not make it up. She got it from another source that maybe they made it up. It's all fake news. Yeah. Because they want, just like the Voyager channel, they want you to watch it. So they're going to do whatever they can to sensationalize the headers. Well, here's something that's not necessarily fake news. Medical research has shown that 100% pure orange juice has a lot of beneficial value to your human body. This is a known fact for decades. People are finally saying yep, we here at the American Medical Association can confirm it does have its benefit to the human body. No, doctors, we already knew that. Sorry, Journal American Medical Association, we already knew that. The orange juice is good for you. We already knew that. Yeah, he's watching. Yeah, I don't know anything about Sunny D. I know it's, isn't that sweetened? Because I think it's sweetened. I know, so I don't really know anything about Sunny D as far as what's the ingredients in it. But, well, anyway, so which lady, well, we still didn't get an answer on that. Which lady at the Torrington Soup Kitchen was indicted? Was it Lisa or was it someone else for doing this? No, I don't know anything about that. But anyway, was it Lisa that was indicted? Or was it somebody else that was indicted? Speaking of that, I gotta go down to the Selectmen's meeting. I gotta talk about the benches. I gotta find out when the next Selectmen's meeting is. Address that topic. Okay. So it was Lisa. Okay. That's kind of disturbing, actually. So now they're going to have to find a new soup kitchen manager. And, right, Lisa H. Okay. So what's the community soup kitchen Torrington going to do now? They can't have a soup kitchen without a director. So I suspect that the community soup kitchen is going to be finding somebody as soon as possible so people can have a meal. Krista, did you know that she can give and take away wrenches in Michelle's channel? I know Tiger Kitty can. Yeah, Tiger Kitty can. I'm sleepy or I would be joining us, sorry. Okay, that's fine. Who was the lady who was stealing food from the Winston Soup Kitchen? That was never confirmed to be a thing. That was never confirmed to be a thing. That was something Ed kind of came up with. I would definitely put that in fake news because that I can't confirm if she really was doing that. But Chris's husband can verify that Carrie at the soup kitchen in Winstead is running the volunteers in that soup kitchen and operating that soup kitchen in a way that's becoming extremely uncomfortable to volunteer at. Krista can verify this. if she wants to talk about it. Probably not right away, if at all. Right now, we're just going to hunker in the bunker. Pay the bills, pay the rent. Because we don't have the money right now to move. And us going to have to just hunker in the bunker. Hey, Dabs, the person that's stealing food from the soup kitchen is the second in command, is Carrie. Christy, you can't do it in the live chat, but you can Michelle's video comments. She's not a super mod. No. Only Tiger Kitty's the super mod. Yeah, Tiger Kitty's the super mod. She's the only super mod we have. Well, I don't know if that's true. I don't know. This is kind of a weird situation. You think about all the stuff that keeps going on. Right now, people are so desperate for money. People are struggling. Krista is not a super mod anymore. Only Tiger Kitty is. No, I didn't take away wrenches away the other day. That was something that YouTube did with a glitch. But Tiger Kitty can give mods and take mods too. I don't think it's a matter of moving, really. I think it's more of that they would like to see Michelle find greener pastures, so to speak. But right now, the problem is, wherever you go, it's really all the same brown grass. That's the way of putting it, Lou. That was a glitch on the computer. Mojo's not even here right now. She actually has a wrench. That was something that, yeah, Mojo was here earlier yesterday. She had her wrench. Lots of luck. You should make TK channel. She is. Tiger Kitty is a channel administrator and a super mod. She's both. Oh, really? Can you prove that? So why wasn't after when I checked all the situations with the mods after the show, all the mods that were regular mods were regular there. No, the art community's not. We were talking about if you stayed here. I mean, I did put my name in for that, by the way, but the move-in date isn't going to be until January. They're going to be having a lottery in the next few months. And so the thing is, I put my name in, I filled in information out online, I did everything. And they said, well, if your name comes up for the lottery, the actual move-in date would be in January of 2025. I said to myself, gee, that's nice, but it doesn't help with immediate needs right now. But I said, the heck, it sounds good anyway. I'll put my name in anyway, just the same. anything east of Worcester. Well, I know Fitchburg. I know about it, but I've been through it. It's not a bad town. I mean, Worcester's nice too. I mean, I've been up to Great Barrington. I've been up to Stockbridge. I've been through Otis. That's on the western side of Massachusetts. Which really isn't that much different than here. Small town, started all the way up until you get to Great Barrington, which is one of the larger ones, which is like Torrington. Yeah, I hope I get it too, but again, even if I won the lottery, you wouldn't actually be, the move-in date's not until 2025 of January. So it's still going to take a while to even get that together, because then I gotta get things packed and moved and get people to bring stuff to a rental truck, like a U-Haul. You know, someone has to drive the U-Haul. Yeah. Fine, let's see the place. Yeah, also Karen did too. I will send you the information to the private group that Karen B sent us. In Middletown, Connecticut. Yeah. Well, Molasses and I are negotiating something. And it's not going to be discussed here. We'll just say we get some ideas. Yeah, I know. But how many of them have cars? Gotta remember that. In the 20th century, 21st century, if you don't have mobility, you're not going to be doing much moving. Oh, let's see. 14 watchers, 6 likes. And let's see what else I got going on here. Not much. Oh, I gotta use the bathroom soon, so just, yeah, I will try to hold out until you can a little longer. Okay, Carrie, come on up. It gets kind of lonely up here. The show really does go really slow when I don't have a lot of people on panel. The panel helps to keep the show going smoothly. And I really like when they have people on panel. I am. There she is. Let her on now. Edit one. Good morning. How you doing?
That was fast. Do you mean me? Hi.
Yeah. I'm doing right. Who are you?
It immediately joined me. I'm good. How are you?
Oh, good. That's good. So, I'm doing some side chat here. I know Michelle has missed many chances to move in the past. Well, easy come, easy go kind of thing, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, so what do you what's the weather like right now in Texas where you are?
It's nice and warm, but it's going to cool off next week, so I'm excited about that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not sure what day, but we have a little bit of a cold front coming through, and the high will be in the 60s again.
Oh, nothing wrong with 60s. That's about what it is here, so.
That's beautiful. 60s is perfect weather.
Yeah.
70s is top, and 80s is uncomfortable, and 90s and 100 is...
I don't mind 75, 80, but once you get into upper humidity and hotter than that, that's harder on my body than most people really understand.
The humidity is what matters here, not not the heat so much.
Yeah. So right now it says, Dabs, I found a really nice 3-bedroom last year for $1,000. Okay. Well, Karen found something that looks kind of interesting, but it's in Middletown. But like she pointed out to me, is it's really hard to find apartments, even a 1-bedroom in your price range, that are decent environments. I said, yeah, I know that. Maybe once Donald Trump gets in the office, maybe the rents will start to come down. So we just gotta try to hold on and just hold on to the fucking Bronco as long as we can.
You think Trump was a compassionate landlord, Michelle?
Yeah, he was. I mean, he did have to be tough in some of his tenants, but he usually would work with the people as best he could. But he had to be ruthless too. I mean, sometimes being a landlord is like has a very fine edge. You don't really always get the option of being Mr. Sweet Guy, when sometimes you have to be hard. But it depends on the situation you're dealing with. It's a balancing act. And I think that's true with any landlord. You can't always be a pushover either, because it's going to cut into your bottom line if you're a pushover. But if your tenant's really having hard times, then, and you know that they can working on finding a way to solve it, usually just negotiate with them. But if you think they're full of it, well, that's when you're going to have to basically be a little more firm and say sorry. But I don't think your reasons justify. Time for you to move on, buddy. You know, I understand both sides of the point of view. You know, I think a lot of people in the low income do. That, you know, we all like to accuse the landlords and say, "Oh, you're just greedy people," but are they really necessarily all greedy? I mean,
yes. Could you write a letter to Trump and ask him to help you out? Because that would be funny if he responded, or if he came by and did a tour. Is there any way that you can make the screen so I can see the chat when I'm up here? I can see it on the restream, but I can't see the full screen on this IDN thing, so I don't enjoy it as much.
Right, so we'll pop the chat out as a separate screen here. That's what I usually do anyway. There you go. It's coming up now on the screen for you. Can you see that now?
Okay, thanks, yes. Red wants me to open the soup kitchen. I think that's a different Carrie. Oh no, Gidgey's staying away? I thought she was just working a lot.
Trump does not rent to people like us. That's true. We're not in his target market. You're right. But he does understand that our people, that even though we're not in his target demographics, that are still needing housing. Get a point. She will have to buy some pet food for Rusty.
I don't know, Damocles. I'm just very hungry.
Well, she also had a right. Craig Sr. did offer things before his wife's health deteriorated, and to go to Wichita, and he had a friend with a mobile home up there. And I was interested in it, but there was a question about, was it really totally bona fide? And we have no way to verify that. So many people said may not be legitimate, you might get screwed, and it scared me, and I ended up basically turning it down because of that reason.
Self-sabotage?
Let's see, self-sabotage? I don't know if it was self-sabotage. It was just that people said to me, how do you know this is not a fly-by-night operation, or this guy is just, is doing something sneaky or underhanded? And of course, the fact is that it is in Kansas, so like 25, like at least 1,500 miles away. It's enough of a scary thing to think about. But
Damocles found you an apartment in Kansas?
he found me a mobile home on a trailer park.
Oh, okay.
There's a friend that
was
he
saying.
knew, Craig Sr. knew this man who ran this mobile home park.
No, I was still reading up ahead. Sorry. I was reading the part where you found you.
Yeah. Yes, he served in the Air Force in Vietnam, yes.
Oh, you were worried about where Ed was going to live? But he just took off and left you where you're at. He didn't worry about where you're going to live.
Yeah. Well, Craig cared about me. Craig was offering a legitimate offer. But what I think is I got cold feet is for some reason I still get cold feet. Just like this morning, I was getting cold feet. Because of another offer that came up is, all of a sudden I start thinking of all the complexities. Oh my God, I gotta move this, I gotta move that. And let me say, shut up. Just get up, get cleaned up, and don't worry about what isn't happening right now. That's why you keep basically getting yourself into decision paralysis as you start thinking about things before they even happen. You gotta stop doing that.
That's what I'm wondering, Tiger Kitty. Who told you all that stuff to make you doubt the other move?
It was about a year ago. I don't remember now. It was just some of the side chat comments that were coming up about the Wichita, Kansas plan. And, yeah.
I think if I lived in a place that had roaches, I'd 100% be motivated to move. Plus, you're going to take some of those roaches with you.
Yeah,
so, like, this infestation could last for years, even if you leave.
I think they've already moved in with their kids already. Yeah, they're already here.
The roaches did?
The next thing you know, I wouldn't be surprised if one day they go to you, hey lady, you want a leash? No, you're not getting a leash. You're going to get a can of boric acid. Why would I want to put on wool socks? Oh, for God's sake. What's the socks got to do with bugs?
Maybe the wool socks prevent roach bites or something.
I don't have any roach bites. I don't
How
have
would
any
you see
snacks
them,
for
though? They might bite you in your sleep.
No, those are bed bugs. Bed bugs do that. I don't have bed bugs, thank God. Yeah, but you know what? I got a whole studio to move with all the computers, the lights, and everything. That's not exactly easy to carry around on a bus and a backpack. Give that in mind, guys.
Yeah, she could tent her stuff, though. I think there's a way to put a tent around it and fumigate everything inside it once she gets it out of there.
Trailer, store the deal, or throw in a couple of cans of bug bombs in it. Seal the door shut for a couple while you're driving to your next destination. Just make sure that there's no matches nearby, or all your stuff in your trailer will go kaboom. Because usually the propellant they're using is propane. Yeah, very point. Good point. I could see a state trooper pull you over. Do you know you got a fire coming out the back of your U-Haul? You almost melted my radiator.
So when people visit you, like Stan and Krista, do they take the roaches back to their homes?
They could. But I'm sure Krista...
They know that?
They know that. But they also know that I have been trying to keep an eye on them.
Yeah, I'm not blaming you. Even if you get rid of all of them from your apartment, the ones next to you could have them.
That's true.
The whole building would have to be treated like every 3 months.
The whole building would have to be treated. Exterminators have told that to Michelle when she asked about it. This is really a landlord's job. He has to do the whole building.
And he's not?
He's not. No. He's trying to tell all the tenants to do it. The problem is the tenants they can spray and bomb all day long. They get them out of there for a little bit, and then the bugs crawl right back in after the fumes are done, before they put on their little mini gas masks and say, "I'm still here."
They could be living in the walls or the attic or under the house.
Yes.
Like, I think it's kind of serious. It's a serious health risk, Michelle.
Well,
unless it's the large outdoor roaches, the ones that fly, that are like 3 inches long, the ones they have in Florida, but I don't know if that's what you have there.
No, we have American cockroaches, German cockroaches, and maybe Asian cockroaches.
Is that from hoarding, though? Like, are there hoarders in your apartment building?
No, I don't know about hoarders, but, people in the building are all low-income people, families, just trying to make a living.
You can be poor and not have roaches, though.
Yeah. A lot of people are poor.
Hey, Mojo. Sorry.
Yeah. I don't think I could sleep. Well,
she can't see him, probably, Tiger. It's how she doesn't, it's not bothering her. And she's making jokes about it. I don't think it'd be funny if she could see him.
Oh, I see him once in a while. One of them will peek out at me and go, "Hi, Michelle. How you doing? Hey, I'm crawling your fingers. How you doing today? Hey, you having a good day?"
You have an infestation.
And then I look at the little crawly monster and go, "Why are you here? I could ask you the same question, lady. Why are you here? You're looking for a meal, right?" We're no different than you. We're scavengers. Our whole job is we have families to feed. And guess what? You happen to have the same problem we do. You're low income too. Very true. They are low income. In fact, in some ways, in the insect department, the roaches are scavengers, just like the low income people. I don't mean to be disrespectful for my academic group, but I think I can have a little empathy for the little guys. I really do. I can understand their situation. I think they understand our situation too. Because
that's disgusting, Gemini. Our kitchen table. Michelle, that's really serious. It's not a joking matter. You need to get somebody out there to treat it.
Yeah. Oh, well, the landlord's supposed to do that. What is he doing? Zip.
Okay. But, okay.
Oh, I clean the table all the time, by the way. Yes.
I'm not saying that you're doing anything wrong. I'm saying that an infestation is bad for your health. And I don't understand why you would have to pay him more rent if you have roaches.
Right, well,
if I had roaches,
are the ones who
I wouldn't even pay the $800 until it was taken care of.
The Dominicans in South America are the ones who brought the roaches in here. Before that, we had black ants. And then what happened to the black ants? The roaches took down the black ants and they became the new kings of the hill. That's what happened. And then the roaches, I got some of them under control in my apartment. Anyway, like you said, they're in the other apartments too. And we all know it. And all the tenants know it. We don't like it. Some of them are trying to spray and bomb and like I said,
it doesn't matter. The person that owns the place has to have it done. Because when they treat it, if there's an infestation, they go into all the other places like the attic and the crawl space or under the house, and they go around the edges because if the roaches might run out into the walls until, like you said, until the extermination is over, then they come back in.
Right.
So it has to be a whole house thing. They're saying in the chat that roaches have been on your food and then you ate it.
I think the most scary things is not. I mean, I haven't had any problems with that, but I'll tell you what.
They just said you did in the chat.
At least I can say we don't have termites. That would be really bad news.
I don't care about termites. Termites do not cause the same disease risk that roaches do.
No, they just destroy your building you're living in. The next thing you know, you're standing on a
but you're a renter, so it wouldn't matter. You're a renter. It wouldn't matter if there were termites. You could just move. But roaches would affect your health. Is what I'm saying.
I don't know if they've been doing that. My health hasn't been affected by them, but I would not say that.
How would you know?
I think the nastiest insect to deal with is bed bugs. Thank God we don't have those.
Well, maybe you'll get them, and then Jimmy will not fix that either, and then you can make jokes about bed bugs.
Well, I mean, those little guys and ticks. Well, rushing does get fleas. Yeah, so we do have to deal with fleas. And maybe occasionally a tick might show up too, I think.
I'm sorry, Grizz. I don't want to raise your rent again.
What? What's that? No, my rent is still going to be $1,000. I'm going to talk to him on the 1st of May. I'm going to say to him, look, Jimmy, here's the deal. I'll give you $1,000 this month, but in June you're getting $900, and I'll tell you, and I'll say why. I said, look, when I was paying you back rent $900 a month, you accepted that, and I know your costs are going up. I get that as a tenant because I understand how it is with landlords. But the thing is, you still got to fix my kitchen ceiling. You haven't done that yet.
Once you give him $1,000, you're proving to him you can give him $1,000. So you may be contracted, even if it's informally, to pay him $1,000 from then on. I don't know.
Well, it's a month-to-month lease, so theoretically he can readjust the rent for the month afterwards because it's month-to-month. It's not a year lease, so there's no contract except for a period of 30 days. So Michelle could say, "I'll pay you $1,000 per month of May, but in June we're going to have to negotiate for $900." And I think Michelle can do it. She can be a smooth negotiator when she wants to be. Yeah.
If you have roaches, I don't think that you can negotiate. You would have negotiated. I don't agree with this at all. I don't agree with that.
I definitely do think that the ceiling in the kitchen really has to be fixed. It's god awful ugly. He did redo the one in the pantry, which doesn't leak anymore. But why can't he
Michelle, you have bugs. That's what matters. That you have bugs you need to get rid of.
I'm worried more about the structure than the bugs. I think Michelle has got to fix the ceiling in the kitchen, and I definitely think the bugs can be looked into. Michelle did the floor repair, and I think that was a good step. Though after the landlord, she screamed at him for years to do the floor, he never did. Finally, she said, "Screw it, I'm doing it."
That's not okay.
It wasn't really the best job, but that's because the man never did tile before. But you know what? It's still floor and it's still tiles. It's still doing their job and it's still sticking perfectly fine. So I have no problem with the floor job. You know, I probably would.
Stan said it.
What's that?
Stan said it's sinking.
No, the pitch hasn't changed. It's still the same pitch. I check it every few months with a leveling tool. It's the same pitch. But yes, the floor did sink because the footing in the basement sunk because of the flood of 1955. As long as we don't get any more rain or the basement doesn't flood again, it doesn't usually happen. Yeah, because we have a dirt cellar. Yeah, it's got a brick column or brick support pilings underneath, which there is another valid point though. But what happens is, remember what happens over a few years with mortar, it dries out, which means that eventually those are going to settle too. Yeah. My mom and dad's chimney was doing the same thing. They had to redo the whole chimney because of that. They had to repoint it all over again. Like I said, it sucks to be you, landlord. It says. Right. Well, I respect the fact that Ray did as good job as he could. I mean, I probably would have been just as terrible if I did it. Thinking about it, and my family's in the floor laying business, but I never actually laid tiles either. So I'll give them respect where it's due. I mean, it's certainly not a trip hazard anymore, and you can safely walk on the floor and not feel like you're gonna get your toes cut underneath a tile. So that's a major safety factor right there. That's why we did that.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it may look a little bit messed up, But it's
I can't see
simulated
it from.
marble anyway, so it looks like real marble pieces, so to speak. Yeah, it does actually. Just like real stone. Do you think it's all going to be smooth and consistently right across the board? No, no. I have no problem with the tiles. So your fourth generation floor layer. Yeah. At least third anyway. I don't know, fourth.
Is it really Grizz? Does she have an extinguisher and stuff?
No, I gotta get a fire extinguisher. We don't have one. We
You
should
don't have
have
a fire
one.
extinguisher.
We really should have one in the kitchen.
You should probably have a couple.
At least one in the kitchen, I agree with that. A nice ABC fire extinguisher for routine kitchen fires, which are rare because I don't really get my kitchen stove really hot. I just warm things up in it. I don't really deep fry anything. Crystal was there earlier, Red. She might be J and L. She might be both. I don't
Who's
know.
John?
John on Lolly's channel. There's Krista right there.
Hi, Krista.
Yeah. I don't really know enough about J and L to say anything good or bad about them personally. I don't like to pick on people I don't know. Because, I mean, I know Lolly, so I know because she was here one time, she seemed like she was always suffering from a little bit of an insecurity complex at one time. And then, she was like, she wanted people to know that she cared, or so she said. So she was giving us all this money, and then, well, where's the money now? It's not here.
What do you mean, where's the money now? You wanted more money from her?
She not recently. She last year September she was giving us like close to $100. She gave us the money we needed to help finance the computer.
No, but I mean, why did you say the phrase, where's the money now? Like it dried up or something?
The donations have pretty much. We're entirely working right now on AdSense.
Yeah, but what does that phrase mean? Where's the money now? Like she made a commitment to donate to you $100 a month and then she didn't.
Not a month. She was used to do super chats, super stickers. And then when she wanted to become a super mod, and I let her try it because she was a major benefactor. And then she starts blocking all my existing mods. And I said, "What are you doing? Who told you to block this person for 24 hours? That's one of our mods. What are you doing, lady?" Because at the time, I couldn't time anybody out for more than the 5 minutes. They like to do the different times. And I said to her, "I'm sorry, but you've used your trust. I'm not going to keep you as the super mod. I'll give you regular mod status." And then she got all mad about it and she left. So, she's still welcome me here as a regular visitor if she wants to come by. She can still be a visitor. I don't have a problem with that. But she's not going to be another mod. And heaven forbid, she's never going to be another super mod. That role is only for very few people that I truly have personally developed a good, strong trust with.
Grizz has a good point. He said smoke detectors need to be inside and outside wired in unison in the bedrooms.
I have 4 of them. I have one in the kitchen, one in this room, one in the hallway, my hallway, one in the main hallway, which is for the building, which I just changed the battery on, plus 2 in the small living room and one in my bedroom.
Yeah, true, homeless Jim. You gotta put aside your trust issues to get the cash, I guess.
Yeah.
Is this true? Dabically says one time Ed cooked a pizza at 365 degrees for 4 hours. Did that really happen?
What's that now? It says. Can you repeat that? Is that true that
he cooked a pizza at 365 degrees for 4 hours? Did Ed really do that?
No. No. But I did accidentally cook cookies at 365 degrees for 17 minutes. And then have a little extra chocolate chippies. That's because my oven runs a little on the hot side. And I didn't think about reducing the time. It was between 17 and 20. So I set for 17. And they still were a little extra crunchy. So that tells me next time I need to get an oven thermometer or set the timer for 15 minutes or so and just watch the cookies. And not just go by time versus temperature. They're not wired together, no.
I'm not covering anything, Homeless Jim. I've given out money, and this one person that I gave like $300 to the other day posted that he was having a filet mignon dinner, and it cost him over $40. And I was like, "How do you post stuff like that?" I don't know. It's not like I expected him to pay it back, but I kind of don't expect him to brag about having money.
If you had somebody tell me that they need to have filet mignon for dinner, the first thing I would tell them is, why don't you just go get some cheap down at, say, Golden Corral or something? Or some other cheap restaurant.
It's not that he doesn't deserve to have an expensive dinner or anything like that. It's just, I thought he was a friend, but he went dead silent. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You know, like people, like one of the best ways to get rid of somebody is to give them money. That's a joke I've heard, but it's true.
Unfortunately, it's true.
I'm just gonna say I'm not helping anybody financially ever again with anything, not a single penny. If they're hungry, I'll be like, go to your food bank.
I mean, unless they
say they can't pay their bills, I'll be like, get some candles.
If they really like your content and they want to donate something, I mean, that's wonderful. I mean, I got donations coming in for like £2 from Buff Carrot, which I appreciate.
Oh yeah. I'm not talking about you. I was just saying.
I know. Just kind of filling some of the story here.
I've never had people treat me the same way I treated them when I tried to help them. Like, it's never been where they looked out for me. It's always people that look out for themselves. They never are going to donate any of the money to anyone else.
Well, now with
the bottomless pit of need and greed and money and donations, and it's not worth it. I don't know. I don't.
But you know, as content creators, though, we have to understand that donations are when people can afford to do it. If you can't, because the times are tough, you can't go out there.
In your case, Michelle, you actually create entertaining content. I'm talking about people that are not.
Absolutely.
I'm not talking about people that actually create content and they are getting money for their content. That's different. If somebody wanted to give you a small donation, like that coffee app where people can give you $3 for a good show that day, that's fine. Right. I'm talking about where I've tried to help people with hundreds of dollars at a time, and then they never care about you after that. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. It's not like the friendship stays at that level. It's like they just kind of get quiet because I guess they don't have the money to pay you back, and you think, oh, well, maybe they're still suffering. And then they'll be like, oh, I just spent all this money on something. I just think it's tacky. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But I'm just ranting. Sorry about that. It's not my show. I don't mean to.
Well, let me ask you a question here. Okay. Now, because this you mentioned some valid point. Content, creative content. Okay.
Yeah. Not a creator that's taking in money because they're making something that entertains the audience, right. And then that audience
enjoys, right? So the audience enjoys what they're doing.
Yes, that's kind of like a tip.
And sometimes, of course, some of those content creators also understand that because of the situation around them, we don't know the donators' lives. We don't know anything about them. She just dropped off again. So let me just speak about that. I mean, when you have, as content creators, if you have no understanding of what your viewers are feeling or going through, then there are some guys that really, really twist arms to get money out of you. I mean, these guys are aggressive. Some of these guys are really heavy e-beggars. Others, and I guess that's a term we need to discuss. E-beggar. What is an e-beggar? Well, I guess somebody goes to you and says, "Hi, I'd like to have money to go get some filet mignon today. So I'm gonna sit here on this chair and whine how much I want my filet mignon dinner." That definitely is an e-beggar. That's all he's doing here, right? But then you got someone like me, which has multiple handicaps, comes on every day, every morning, does his content with the show, tries to interact with all my audience. Like a bunch of women over there that make bitching and spreading lies. Certain types of characters that eats less drama up. I'm in the market for bridge sales. Okay. I feel like Michelle scammed me out of $2. That's a joke. But what I'm trying to say is content creation for the sake of content creation is very different than just going on YouTube and doing the equivalent of holding up your virtual tin cup and go, "Baby! Baby!" That's different. You know it's different. I know it's different. Okay, I'm not a musician. I can't play music that well. I can sing a little bit. I can certainly make you laugh. And sometimes laughter is pretty awesome. Because I don't know anything what your day was like. Maybe something terrible happened to you this morning, and then all of a sudden you come on the show and I said something, or my laugh track is synchronized in such a way, the next thing you know, you start laughing. Makes you feel a little bit better, right? I mean, that's content. And of course, you love the show. That's why you're here. Because it's engaging to you. All right. Well, come on up, Carrie. You just have to come right back up. You don't even have to wait for me to announce you. Just come on in. I mean, there's a big difference between what some of these people do on YouTube. Different ways of looking at it. And I know that's hard for some people to understand the difference of, because sensationalism. Okay, let's talk about that. There are channels. I'm not gonna give names. There are channels. The whole channel operation is drama, sensationalism, to engage your eyeballs and your ears to listen to claptrap. Bogus stuff that just keeps being regurgitated day after day. They don't. When you come out of it, it's like eating sugar sweets. All you're gonna get out of it is a sugar crash. You're not gonna get anything wonderful or engaging or anything saying, "Gee, I never thought of that before. You know, I didn't know about that. Gee, I learned something new today." It's just different. And I try to focus on giving something that you can, at the end of the show, go, "Huh, that's totally new. I didn't know that."
Oh, yeah!
Sometimes, but you know what? Sometimes, though, you have to bring that up. It's not on a regular basis. We'll try our best not to bring that up on a regular basis on the show. But when you, sometimes that's why the panels are great. Because when the panels come up great, we have people to talk to. We can engage with the audience directly. Story with Dory, good morning to you. Welcome to the show. Let's see. Hello, everyone. Are you ready for Wee Woo Wednesday at 5 o'clock Eastern?
Oh, yeah!
Of course you are. I don't care if I win or not. I just, I go there to save everybody and let them know that I'm here. And also, let people know, like, for example, Sarah's Musical Life was here a couple days ago. Let them know there are other channels out there that I like to integrate with. PDX, JMac. I'm doing fine. Right now, my days are good. I'm not having any problems. Health is okay. My back doesn't hurt right now. So, I don't think you intentionally do it as a way to increase donations. No, I know. No, I don't. No. Thank you very much. We got some memberships going out. Red got one. Congratulations, Red. Carolyn B. Free. Jane Mitchell. Brooklyn Bay was donated. Thank you very much for the donation. Start getting the gifting out. Absolutely. I really appreciate that. As you can see, the whatever that creature is besides the cat one. And now wait. Let's get some more. I really appreciate that, Tiger Kitty. Much appreciated. I know it's a much fan. We probably one of the few channels that have such a long fanfare for the donations. But the way it kind of is fitting, though, since a membership is a big deal to the channel, it helps in so many ways.
Oh yeah!
Welcome back, Carrie. How you doing?
Thank you. Hi. I'm good. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's okay.
I oriented and then I hit the wrong button.
That's okay.
Thanks.
Well, Rusty's in the house. Oh, yeah, he's actually in the house. He's in the bedroom. He's in the bedroom. He came back in this morning. Came out for a few while with them do cat things, and then he came back in. He likes the soft cat food. I gave him. He enjoys that stuff. I gotta get some more of that kitty food for Rusty. He likes the canned food, obviously better than the dry. But I told him, I said, well, you still gotta eat the dry too, because I don't have canned food all the time for you. So Kristen,
that's something I would donate if I could. If I had the money, which I don't, I would send
I understand that.
some canned food. I just don't have any disposable income anymore. I mean, I literally have no income.
Not right now, anyway. Maybe if something changes.
Right. Yeah, my disability.
Well, I appreciate that you talk to me. That's one thing I really appreciate so much is when people come up and talk on the show. It really helps because the show moves along a lot better when we have our panels like this.
Thank you. That's very kind of you.
And so let's see here. Chin up, Michelle. Things will work out. Oh yeah, they'll work out because we know things are going to get better. I mean, sure, there's a little speed bump on the road, but if you look at all the tarot readings from Michelle, they'll all say you're gonna do fine. Don't worry about it. Well,
bye, Mojo.
I can't say the same thing about the Aquarius ones, though. They always seem to be so mixed up. Especially when I was watching this horoscope for Aquarius, because my sign's Aquarius, Michelle's is Virgo. All this woman talks about is, I don't know, she records them in advance. Yeah, she records them in advance. And it sounds like she's using sort of a computer voice. and you could go over a tarot reading. I kind of like the Controller J ones, but lately Controller J's have been kind of dark. Yeah, there's another tarot reader I like. She pre-records hers, and then she adds special effects on them afterwards. Then she puts them out as premieres.
Your chat's ridiculous.
Tatas. My exo Tata. Tom said, I hope we get better soon. I'm not sure exactly all this is about.
Just, she said ta-ta for now or something. And,
right. That's an old famous, way of saying goodbye, yeah.
And then Red saying ta-ta means breast. So.
Yeah, it does. Actually, it refers to the part of the breast that's in the end of it. It refers to the teat. I.e. tips. The tips. Surrounded by the areola.
You mean areola?
Areola. Right, that's what it's called. Areola.
Yeah.
Why does my Negro?
Don't say that. Don't say it. Don't say it, Michelle.
I get it. It's a play on words. I get it.
Red's being funny.
Well, like I said, the morning show is definitely content creation in its way. It brings people together, and that's why the show is important for the morning, because it brings people together. They can congregate, and even if I don't always read the side chat, it's not because I don't want to, but sometimes I get kind of sidetracked myself.
Yeah.
Okay. It's kind of an interesting joke of words. But either way, we did try the 3 o'clock on the one day, which unfortunately was kind of sensationalism when I about a letter from the landlord about the rent increase. But that really did bring in more viewers, but because it was such a different topic than we normally cover, even though we had a huge viewership, I don't think it really honestly reflects what we normally do at 3 o'clock. So someone says, well, you got more viewers at 3 than you did at 10. Which makes sense anyway, because most people, especially on the West Coast, might be getting ready to go home from work. And of course, the UK audience, that's 8 o'clock at night for them, so they're still able to make it. So I remember we asked the question in a poll, so we moved the show at 3, and the answer was no. I said, keep it at 10. Except for the times when you with Krista when you do 3 o'clock. But I think what's important, though, is that the show does bring people together. So, I mean, what do you think about the show? I mean, when you watch it, you're a part of the show. I mean, what's special about the show to you? What is it about the show that you like?
Me?
Yeah.
Or the chat? I don't know, I just like your show. I like listening to you, and I like seeing what's going on, and I like your sense of humor.
Right. I guess it's a good question for the chat,
the chat's very funny. On its own, the chat's entertaining, too.
Yeah. It says here is normally YouTube censors that. Michelle, let's see. He was doing, they had to tell Cruz to stop doing the MMD and complaining about views.
I think someone was buying views for his
stream.
Think
some channels do that a lot.
Not that he was doing it, but if his views took a nosedive for some reason, I think it's because they were being artificially inflated. But I don't know what's going on. I'm just saying.
I think maybe him and Molasses had a very nice long road trip that was very entertaining for his audience, and they liked that.
Oh,
And
okay. Yeah, it's fun
I
when people
think
do
that
stuff.
is one of the reasons why his views were up, was because he was doing something way out of his comfort zone, and they were going across country. And people loved that because it was unique. And it's, I mean, if you were watching Mr. Beast holiday, you would understand this, right? There's something exciting if you're going out there with your little tinny handy cam and you're walking around taking videos of, hey, look at me, I'm here, I'm at this place, I'm in Paris, I'm over here, and I'm going to Cannes, I'm gonna go see all the big stars and movies and in the Riviera, and right, it sounds great, and people would love that. But if you're just gonna sit there in your studio and do the same content in the same room every day, it doesn't get the same kind of feel. I think
It's not
that's
as
why he
adventurous.
did so well with his views, because he was doing something fun. He was doing something outside of his normal realm of activities. The same as with me with Noodles. When we were going places, we were doing things, and I would do a video, or sometimes I would do a live stream. That was when we had the higher views, because that was different. And I want to do more of that. Why don't we try to do something like 3 o'clock? Oh, wait, it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. What were you thinking? Oh, well, we should have done it yesterday. We could have done it yesterday. What were you thinking? You said you were going to do an afternoon at Cumberland Farms, and because the people next to the table were playing music, you didn't get a chance to. What I'm saying is that maybe we should try to do another Cumberland Farms live stream. Yeah, I agree. I think that would be more engaging for the audience than just me being in the studio all the time.
It's more fun to go somewhere.
It is.
Whether you're a kid going on a field trip or a YouTube viewer going somewhere with the channel owner or creator, it's fun. Did you really go to a weed store?
Yeah, because for a lot of people on YouTube that will never be able to actually physically go somewhere for whatever reason, and then have someone else go, I'm going to go to someplace simple as going to the pharmacy to get my prescription medications. Could be an awesome day thing, for some people, especially for people that maybe may not be able to physically go out and do certain things. Watching through your camera for them is like a day trip too. And it is. And I love the idea. I really do. And I'll be honest, sometimes the reason I don't do that is I don't think anyone really needs to see me do what I do every day. It's pretty boring. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's the reason why I could get my viewers up. But I don't think necessarily everything is going to be appropriate for a live stream. Some things might be great for a video. But the biggest problem for me is that I got a lot of people with different ideas. But what is clearly not in doubt is when you're walking and you're holding a phone in your hand. I'm assuming I didn't have any injury in the first place. So let's say because I used to do it this way. I'd be walking, holding a phone in my hands to my eyeballs, looking at the side chat while I'm walking. And that's also really kind of intimidatingly scary for other people who you're coming up to. The next thing you know it, they're like, "What are you doing?" I'm doing a video. I don't want to be on your video. And you're like, oh, put the phone down. I mean, so many people act like you're holding a 357 Magnum. And so you try not to be rude about it. But when you got a bad eyesight like me, your phone is like, well, actually, I'm right here. And you're looking at the chat like this. And you say, yeah, so-and-so, yeah, blah, blah, blah. You're responding to questions. And then the if this phone like this, then you're sure pushing a walker along, and all of a sudden your phone's going to be, you get the risk of dropping your phone and breaking it. That's scary. So I was thinking originally about getting something like an older GoPro camera, like the GoPro Hero 3, mounted to a tripod or mounted to my walker. So again, those things are designed to be used in a regular situation. So even though my walker doesn't have much of a suspension,
you're gonna put a GoPro on your walker?
I was thinking about getting an older secondhand GoPro, putting it on my walker, because I had a bracket on my walker, and that shook my first iPhone 8 to death, to the point where the camera got broken. And I put a new battery in that iPhone 8 because I needed the phone for everyday use, but I also realized I couldn't use the rear camera for anything.
Excuse me.
I think you see what I'm getting at. So, great idea.
Can I comment on the chat real quick?
Go ahead.
Red, that's an interesting idea, and it would make sense because there's been a ton of kids in Noodle's chat that I don't know how he would be appealing to kids with his content. Dabacles said, have you thought about not paying Jimmy and hitchhiking across America live for a couple of months?
Yeah. You talk about the way that the algorithm is working right now with him using vertical video.
Yeah, getting tons of views that aren't typical viewers or aren't even related to the content. That's what I mean. Like Noodles goes live and drives around Manhattan, and then he'll have like accounts coming in that are kids that I've seen having to be removed because they're children, but for some reason the account is being promoted to them, which is part of YouTube's
YouTube itself
nature.
Is promoting the shorts, but he's not listed as adult content either.
No, it's live streams. It's long
right.
It's
through the Google Short. It's through the Google Shorts live streaming.
Well, no, it's not a short.
That's an oxymoron right there. Google Short live stream, YouTube Short live stream, live streams.
Do you mean vertical?
Live streams are not short.
I'm not sure.
Live stream would be like, for me, would be something like under 10 minutes. That would be a short live stream. But you're right. The thing is that they've been pushing these vertical videos, and for him, there's also, remember, the sudden growth is also going to mean eventually there's going to be a correction. There's going to be a sudden crash. I hope he understands that. YouTube is a fickle mistress. You grow, the bigger they are, the faster you grow, and the faster you fall.
Yeah, you can't depend on it. I mean, you can't emotionally depend on it. You can learn to financially work around it.
For a while. Until something happens and they come up with the next great thing, and then he's going to be going,
Yeah. Or they find a way to take away money that they told you could get if you did certain things and earned it, and then they suddenly change the rule. They've taken money from people a bunch of times.
They change the system all the time. They're always changing it all the time. Yeah. For example, there's where I can tell you right now where vertical video made no sense. Remember when Stan was doing the parade for the Huskies? The Yukon Huskies homecoming parade?
I think I clicked on it and gave it a thumbs up, but I don't remember watching it.
It was a good one, but the thing was, it really would have been better if it was in landscape.
It would have been, right. You can choose it when you go live. There's a part in the opening settings.
When YouTube software, you gotta go into advanced settings. But the thing is,
and then you click landscape layout instead of portrait.
They really need to make it a little easier. Like, obviously, if you have your phone like this, then YouTube should be able to say, "Oh, do you want portrait?" Right? Unless you will say, "No, I still want to have it this way, but I still want to hold it and do vertical." Then you should be able to do the same thing. Go into settings and set, or maybe say, hold.
It won't let me change my settings. So the phone's
up like this, then you want vertical. If you want it like this, then it should say, choose video based on the way I'm holding my phone. Or they can say, no, I want it to be specifically like vertical or landscape regardless. See, because if you held the phone like this iPhone does not would restream. If you hold the phone up like this, you can still shoot portrait. I mean, still shoot landscape. But then you have all the chat coming down here, which is great. Because then that means you can still see all the comments. And if you are you can still do vertical like this, and then you'll have a smaller screen here, and you can see all the chat on the screen this way. So there are some things about the software that can make changes to, so that you can have it more what works out better for the person shooting the video. I mean, I like landscape mode. Okay, but I know, it's like when I'm taking photographs. If I'm going to take a picture of one person, say Rusty the cat, right? Here's the kitty, right? I just go ahead. I'm probably going to compose it as a portrait shot. Okay? If it's a whole bunch of kitty cats, they're not exactly right on top of each other, but you want to show there's more than one is the center. Then you want to go, you're going to probably put a landscape, but you're going to pull it probably closer so you can see the two kitties next to each other. You're not going to, that's reasonable. Any photographer knows that's part of composing. That's part of composition. Okay? So composition on YouTube videos is the same thing. It makes a difference. Because if you're only seeing like the lower thirds, I can't demonstrate here on the screen. Oh, yes I could. You've seen it on my videos. Where you have only seeing a third of a person's background on the other studio program. Like I said, that's great for interviews. If everybody is using portrait mode, that works out wonderful. Because now you got that shot where you can now you can get 3 people on the same screen. Same 16:9 screen. But if it's like a parade, it really needs to be a landscape because a landscape shot makes sense. Because it's long. You know, it's got to be a couple of, the bus, the vehicles. You want to show the parade be expansive. Because the way he was doing it, because he didn't consider that. It was almost like having tunnel vision. It makes you feel like a missing part of the shot. However, and I think you would agree with me on this, when the peak of the parade was going on, his signal was degrading because everybody had their cell phones out. And they were on the tower. And I don't think it really would have mattered if he was in vertical or portrait or not. He still would have had pixelated pictures. If that makes any sense. Yeah. There is, let's see, actually, I think it's a home, let's see, what are you talking about here? I think the Wingmans are Queens start new colonies. Oh, crickets. Okay. At least he tried. I'll give him respect to that. Yes, he did. And we all had a fun trip through history lane after that. And I think they made up for it. Like when you were showing the grave sites of the different people. There again, portrait makes sense because you're focusing on that gravestone. There was nothing wrong with that. I love that. But like I said, what YouTube is doing is what is really YouTube trying to do? They want to get more advertisers. And the reason's simple. Because YouTube is struggling too right now financially. So they're like, we got to get more advertisers. Because the more video viewers that watch the videos on our channel, the more we can get ads. And we can put the ads in. So for monetized channels, that's a win-win. Because even for non-monetized, because now YouTube will run ads against non-monetized channels too. The only thing is that the channel content creator doesn't get anything out of it. YouTube gets to give 100% of the revenue on non-monetized channels. Go up in that. I think I would love to see Gigi do something similar in her own area. say, "Hey guys, let's go walk around my area of Texas. Let's go watch the University of Texas parade. Whenever University of Texas or whatever, or, wins something like a sporting game or whatever she's interested in, or let's go. Maybe she can even do a tutorial like talking about like." Her cooking or her area, talking about the flora and the fauna or the things that she's interested in. She's pretty creative. I know she could do it if that's what her interest was. I don't know what her interests are, but still, I thought it was nice that Stan did take the time to do it. Absolutely, and I think it was very nice that I was happy that I was willing to simulcast the stream.
I'm listening or trying to.
Yeah, I
but
know.
my
I mean, the
puppy's playing.
chats too. Yeah. So, what do you think, though? I mean, if more people could do things like that, I mean, give a little bit of background about their areas, where you live. I'm not saying go ahead and give them exact latitude, longitude, degrees, minutes, and seconds, or where they live. That's asking too much. But maybe if they were like saying is, "Hi, let's say for example, I know Gitchy lives in Texas too. So let's say you. So let's say, you are at, say at a local activity in your area. I mean, what are your interests? What are your hobbies? And you say, "Hi, this is Carrie. I'm here at the Texas, dog show. I'm looking here at the different breeds of dogs that are in the competition." And maybe somebody might be saying, "Hey, that's cool. I've never been to the Texas dog show. I never heard of it." And some people that love dogs are going to go, "Hey, let's check it out. I like dogs." I'm more into cats, but still, you know what I mean, right? I mean, it's this cool thing to do.
Do they ever have cat competitions like they have dog shows where the animals run through the obstacle courses? Do they have ones for cats? It's hard to get cats to obey, so I bet they don't.
I've never seen too many cat ones where you got like a same kind of level of competition. I think a cat show tend to be a little different. It's more like, this is a beautiful breed. The cat's nice and groomed and clean, and it's a beautiful species. A kitty, he's very different. It's cat. People like to look at the cats. Their beautiful fur on them. It's not like you see like the puppy bowl. Have you ever seen the puppy bowl? It used to be on on the Animal Planet, right? Where you see these little puppies running around, and I don't really see a kitty bowl. I've never seen one. That doesn't mean there couldn't be, but I've never seen one. But the point is cat shows are different than dog shows. I mean, you still got some of the same, competition of comparing cats or comparing dogs and like being judged by their appearance, but most of the times it's different. So this is just an example. Or maybe you're into flowers. Maybe you want to take a look at, say, okay, I'm looking at I'm at a show for florists and discussing ways to present flowers and the different kinds of flowers available and what they look like, and maybe you can describe the smell.
Yeah, we do have florist competitions here.
Yeah. That would be fun, right? For you. But maybe the average audience might go, maybe they may or may not be interested. See, now that's the thing you got to remember, is everybody has different interests. And so for some people, they try to, the really favorite interest one person may be passionate about. For example, you got Diesel Ducey. What does Diesel Ducey do? Diesel Ducey loves elevators. He loves to ride up and down in elevators. Loves fluorescent light bulbs.
Can you guys time out Sherry Jackson? I don't think that's her.
Oh, Sherry Jackson says dislike. That's not the real Sherry Jackson.
Yeah, I know. Don't just keep doing your show, Michelle. I'm just asking them if they can.
All right, wait. You know what to do. That's not the real Sherry Jackson, guys.
Okay, you just keep talking though. Sorry, I'm not trying to interrupt you.
What I'm trying to say is what I want to get the point is, when it says YouTube was originally based on the principle people could show the things they love to do. Nowadays, you got a lot of YouTubers that will kind of do a homogenized program. You know what I'm talking about? They're all the same. You know, maybe someone riding around in a car talking about much ado about nothing, and then you got other people sitting in the house talking much ado about nothing.
You were so cute.
Yeah. So
My puppy's playing with her toy by herself.
what's
I'll
that?
be right back.
Oh, your dog's playing by yourself. Okay. Well, you get the point though. So it is really exciting that for Cruiser and Molasses when they did on that trip, that was a big deal. That was a big deal for them. Not only did it cost them a lot of money, but look what they got out of it. They got a lot of people interested in traveling, even those who couldn't travel on their own, being able to vicariously travel through the camera. For some people, may feel better.
What your audience is laughing. What did you say? Did you say diesel juicy?
Yeah, diesel. It's called diesel doocy. Diesel doocy.
Diesel
Diesel
juicy.
doocy
Okay.
is funny because he has this little diesel engine, which looks like that it's his trademark, a little green engine. But he also has Asperger's too. But he can drive, and he loves to ride up and down in elevators. That's what he does for fun, or he loves to talk about his fluorescent light bulbs. Another guy I watch is called Parrot 175. Same deal. He loves his light bulb collections. It's funny. Why do I get involved with guys that like to watch light bulbs? I mean, maybe because they like the mechanical things. They like things that glow. They like motors that spin and turn.
There's quite a few channels that are very selective on YouTube.
Absolutely.
Like
Absolutely.
where a person just goes up and down elevators and films it, and then he pays attention to the machinery that's in the elevator, so he likes to go to different ones.
Right, like Mr. K's channel. They do that from the UK. Same thing. Hey, I didn't even know as much about elevators until I started watching those guys, Matt and Mr. K. I learned a lot of elevators from those guys. And Heritage Elevators and a few others I watch.
And you have an interest in electronics from the 80s.
I have interest in technology of electronics all the way back into the beginning of electronics.
Well, a long time, yeah.
I go all the way back to the 1900s.
Tiger's collecting PISS pots. I'm not sure what that means.
Yeah. I'll be right back. I gotta be right back. I gotta use the bathrooms. Can you entertain the audience for a little bit?
Yes, sure.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Tiger Kitty, the things that they use at hospitals, you mean? Like where they pee in the thing? I'm not that entertaining. You do? I'm not that entertaining. So I don't know what you guys want to talk about. That's crazy, read about it just now being considered a felony. I guess it doesn't really surprise me because California is effed. Chamber pots? Are they antiques? Is that what you mean? You like to collect antique chamber pots? Where did your toy go? Where is it? Did it go under the bed? Are you going to go get it? I don't know what to say. Sorry, guys. I'm not a very good host. This is kind of what my live streams are like, too. Just a lot of silence unless the chat's talking.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. I really had to go.
It's
Okay.
okay. It was super awkward. No one talked to me while you were gone, hardly. Except Tiger Kitty.
Okay.
You're very much their favorite. They're like,
Yeah,
we're not talking
well,
to
that would make
we're not
sense,
talking to the
yeah.
evil panelist. What? Sorry, Michelle?
Well, let's go ahead and stick in that commercial break.
Hi, VW.
Yeah. So anyway, Katie said yes, they're old tin pots.
Yeah, she collects antique chamber pots.
Yeah, I understand that.
And VW does, his stepmother collects them as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually there's actually quite a few bedpan collectors. I mean, I look for unique things. I do. I look for all kinds of things. It's strange, unusual, weird. Lately, I've been collecting a lot of computer connectors, computer plugs, and cables and stuff like that. Things that kind of unique, one of a kind, or rarely ever seen. Like some the half pitch Centronic 50 cables that were used for a while with some printers. Things like that, or USB-C to USB-A connectors, and like I said, there are definitely collectors out there who have specialized collections, and they realize that not everybody's going to be interested. So if they focus their channel on just on their collections, they may not get a lot of viewers. So if they're trying to go, I want to get the maximum number of viewers, then it's like, well, I got to have a more mainstream topic. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. You can have a mainstream topic too. But don't forget your passion. So if your thing is collecting chamber pots or bedpans or urinals or whatever, or even, commercial grade toiletry equipment like, toilets from restaurants and businesses and stuff, whatever, it's your interest, right? But it may not be enough to get you a lot of viewers on it. By the way, here's an example I'm talking about. There's a guy named Step by Step Bill. Step by Step refers to a type of telephone exchange. He built a complete operating step-by-step hobbyist telephone central office in his backyard. This building is about the size of a 2-car, 3-car garage. It is full of telephone gear. That is a completely working hobbyist telephone company, including things like complete exhibits of different types of telephone models from AT&T and Western Electric. And he's a private collector. He's not a museum, but it is a museum that he's running it out of his own home. And he has a channel on YouTube. I watch him a lot when he talks about different kinds of wiring. Like, what is the difference between a 564 and a 565 phone? I'm sorry, 563, 564 has to do with the wiring of the lamp grounds on the selector strip for the lamp grounds. I did not know that. So the 565s are the ones that have separate lamp grounds for all the lights, whereas the 564s, everything had a common lamp ground wire. which worked out fine for a few phones, but the problem is that when you had too many phones, the lights would just draw too much power and the lights would dim. Because of high current draw through the 22 gauge wire and the Amphenol Centronics 50 cable. I collect old computers, but I'm not as much into old computers as Adrian Digital's Basement or the Eat That Guy. But I certainly do have some old computers, but I don't really actively keep collecting them. But I still do like to play around with them once in a while. You'll sometimes see me lug out one. Right now, for example, in the other room, the Power Mac G5 is hooked up again after their 2009 Mac Pro quit. Because they were right next to each other, so it's just a matter of just moving the cables over, and I got the Power Mac G5 running. It's not really going to get a lot of use because I don't have too many applications I need to run on the G5. Good morning, Daddy Salo. Welcome to the show today. I never did give you a wrench, apparently, or you were one of the ones that unfortunately got the casualty of the wrench thing, if that makes any sense. Let's see if I can fix that. Because, I mean, your husband's a wrench. Why don't you? You should have one, too. Standard moderator for you, just like with your husband there. There we go. So now you are a regular moderator, too. Welcome to the show.
I miss his
Absolutely, I collect plushies. You bet they do.
Yeah, I like her stuffed animals, Tiger.
All my stuffed animals, yep.
One of them made it into your documentary, didn't it?
A lot of the early ones were abandoned stuffed animals.
Yeah, you found one in the trash and it was broken or something, and you said...
No, it wasn't broken, but it was just like the I Love You bear. It's like it would be. I know I get emotional about the bear because it was funny. It was right after a church rummage sale, and all the stuff that they couldn't sell or give away, they would just clean up the backyard and put it in the dumpster. And there was the I Love You bear sitting in a box, and then the song by Patty Loveless kept going through my head. Don't toss us away. I'm begging you to stay.
Aww.
And then it said the shirt, I love you. And, well, I think you figured it out. Because that little bear has been in my life for so many years. Because it kind of reminds me of me, like I said in the documentary. Which is, I really do care about people. And sometimes people keep forgetting that. And they can think, oh, she's just another person on YouTube. But I really do care about people. Yeah, I love you, bear.
You're a good friend, Russia.
We didn't actually start building. I didn't start actually putting computers together until the early 1990s. 1995. I was starting to see how it was done, but I didn't actually start building them until 1995, and I started getting computer cast-offs, and then I started putting them together. I wish I had so many early computers. Take that blue chip computer I talked about. That was one strange computer. Not only the way it looked, the way it was designed was a little bit odd. That what it would do with memory management was even more odd. It had this practical peripherals multifunction board that was kind of funny. When I got the computer itself, it came with 512 megabytes of memory. It was a PC clone. Okay, sounds good. Standard, 10 megahertz, 8088 -2, right? Ho-hum, boring, no cares. Except the fact that the computer didn't have a case. What happened? Well, I need a case. So my dad happened to have a piece of scrap Bruce Parquet in the basement from a floor lighting job. Well, the nice part of the parquet was kind of hard to screw into, but it had like a medium density fiberboard bottom. So I took the 24 by 24 inch spruce parquet, flipped it upside down, took the motherboard, screwed it to the case. Okay, so, and then I took an AT power supply, laid it right next to it, plugged it in the cables. It was totally exposed. No case at all. Okay? Which meant debugging and testing was a breeze. I want to see something certain card work. Flip off the big red switch, put the card in, flip on the big red switch, and that early computer would tell you how many serial ports, parallel ports, and stuff you had on it, or what accessories were. And so that was not uncommon. Here's where it gets uncommon. Put the practical peripherals board in there. Put in 256 megabytes of RAM into the practical peripherals board. All of a sudden, the computer has terabytes of RAM as far as it's concerned. And it would use it too. All of it. I mean, this is on Intel 8088. And so it was funny thing for expanded memory is I had like 4 to 5 terabytes of RAM. But wait, you really only had about 128 megabytes. Where were you getting 4 terabytes? I don't know, but that's what it had. Runs Norton Speed Disk and the computer's defrag the hard drive. You know what that thing would do? It would read a whole 20 megabyte hard drive in the memory. The entire thing. Load it all up in the RAM. Wait, the computer only had 640K of usable main RAM. How are you going to load a 20 megabyte hard drive into that? Computer said, I don't care, I'll just load it in expanded memory. You don't even have the LIMS expanded memory driver running because you're not at 286. Don't worry, I got the RAM, lady, I got the RAM. No, okay. Next thing you know, it will take the whole 20 megabyte hard drive, loads the whole thing into RAM in less than 15 minutes. Totally defrags it, rewrites all 20 megabytes back to the hard drive. How in the heck? Oh, running the Baltimore on the thing was a smoking dream. Especially when they upgraded to NASQ V20 CPU with the same clock speed. Now I was running CPM 86 on it. I was running CPM 2.2. I was running MS-DOS on it. 3.3. That computer didn't care. That thing ran like a champ. And I was a happy PC user until a lightning strike killed the computer motherboard. I never saw a computer ever like that again. I never saw a computer with that much RAM, with that memory board module like that. I never, ever. Even the fastest 386s and 286s I had never could do what that little mother could do. I mean, that was a computer that was unbelievably alien. And I loved every minute I was using it, too. That was one mean, weird machine. That's the thing, I swear to God, I got that from an alien. Maybe it was. Maybe that was a real alien PC or something. Never seen one like that. Ever had a computer like that before in your life? Carrie. She's quietly listening, talking to somebody, obviously. Like kid reverse computer.
Sorry, the puppy is wanting to play and is being noisy.
Right.
Have I had a computer like what?
Like I said, you ever had a computer like that was that strange, that would do things that it was never supposed to do, and it did them in a way that was totally mind-blowingly awesome?
Like possess? No. I don't think so.
4 gigabytes of expanded RAM on an on a 16-bit IBM XT PC clone.
That's over my head. I have no idea what you're even saying. Sorry.
In other words, the point is a good portion of the RAM didn't really exist.
We have it.
But it used it.
It was possessed.
No, it was using memory from somewhere else. And it used it all, too. And believe me, like I said, you could load a whole hard drive in to defrag it into RAM, and it would do just that. It would load the whole hard drive in, and then it would defrag it completely. At that point, you could have turned the hard drive off, and it would just totally defrag the hard drive, and then when it's done, it writes the whole hard drive back to the hard drive. All the content. I never saw a computer that did that, and especially not on an NXT clone.
I don't know.
I know, it's just weird. I love that machine because it was just so funky weird, but as I said, a lightning strike got it.
Maybe it was God striking it down because it was...
I don't know. Maybe God was saying this is way too powerful for you. Well, alien definitely was an alien machine. The way it was built was
alien machine. We have it.
Yeah.
We have it.
Good morning, Orange. How you doing, Orange? I haven't seen you around in a while. I do remember the name Orange. So
I have it.
Well, like I said, we had a good show today. I mean, we covered a lot of different things. And, but like I also said, is for people who are into different collections of hobbies, don't be afraid to show your collections of hobbies. Okay, there might be some places where you might want to be careful, but I don't think that applies to everything. Who knows? Maybe someone likes to cook kitchen utensils. Why not? I mean, there's been a lot of different kitchen gadgets over the years, like things that were supposed to make your life easier, and people actually have collections of them. I mean, my aunt worked for the East Heartland Historical Society. Guess what? Her home was a living museum. I mean, I tell you, I cannot forget those days when I was at Aunt Thelma's house. I was just like living in a museum. All the stuff she had. And she was using it too. It wasn't just for looks. She really loved to play around with old stuff. She had a great time with it. And I think that's the kind of thing that makes these channels amazing. Yeah, I think it's amazing too. I think it's I think that the show is, it just shows the interesting things that people do and stuff. So for Cruiser and Molasses, I think that trip for them, the reason why he may feel his viewership is down right now is because, and I think he knows this, that when they were out there and doing the journey, it was exciting for everybody. And, but if Cruiser was doing that every day, I mean, after a while, people would probably kind of go, oh, well, this is so boring. Even now, take a look at Noodles. Why not? Let's talk about a channel we do know. He does do road trips. Does Noodles, before this vertical video thing, does he really do much different every day? I mean, yes, he talks to his audience, like I do. But what does he do really different than me? Okay. They knew how to make it. The original Xbox had an infinite hard drive. They had so many songs and games. Yeah, but again, like I said, that's it's exactly what that computer did to RAM. It just, I wouldn't say it was unlimited, but come on, 4 gigabytes of RAM? I had a computer expert look at it, and he said to me, that's impossible. Well, that's what it's got, mister. So what are we supposed to do with it? He said, let's already do it. Take advantage of it. I said, my Opus bulletin board loves this sucker. So does when I was upgraded to Maximus, so it's the same deal. I can store doors in virtual RAM, and it literally would store all the door code in RAM. Once I would start the bulletin board up and boot the computer, it would copy all the doors to the RAM, the bulletin board to a RAM drive, and it would just run. I mean, so it's kind of cool. Yeah. Well, that was because the limitation of the the way that the memory system was done on the Xbox. There was only so many blocks you can go on FAT32. Yeah. I have an Xbox. I had an Xbox 360. I gave it to Krista and Ray. I don't know if they still have it, or if they finally found somebody else who wanted it. But it's just an interesting thing like that. You find. So I'm always looking for unusual, one-of-a-kind things that are strange or odd or bizarre. Let me take a look, for example, something that's not quite strange, odd, or bizarre. This. This is my headphone equalizer and preamp. I mean, it's not strange. I mean, this is something that is currently being made, right? Got the headphone adapter here, and then it plugs into the headphone like this. But what's interesting about that gizmo is how it works. It's just totally cool. I mean, it does what it does. You plug in the headphones into the back, and you can adjust equalizer. So like if for some reason you got a guy that's too bassy and deep, you can turn the basses down. If the woman's too sibilantly, which no one here is, but you know what I'm saying, you can adjust the volume for that. And for my hearing, so when my hearing's great, I can set the volume for one thing, equalization, so that sounds good. And when my hearing feels good the next day, I can have another set of settings that I can go back to that. It's so like I said, it's a simple little gizmo, but it's cool.
Michelle,
What's that?
I'm going to lay down, and I'll be in the chat though, if that's okay.
Well, we're going to get ready to wrap it up soon too. So, but thank you very much for coming up. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. I had a good time.
Yep.
Okay, I'll be in the chat listening. I just need to lay down, and I don't want to leave the.
Okay, I'm going to get ready to wrap it up anyway. So, let me just say thank you for being here. I appreciate it.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Okay. Yeah, so, like I said, yeah, so it was dope. So I had like 1 million MP3s in the box. Yeah. I had hard drives that weren't quite as elaborate. But like I said, for me, for the bulletin board, for the 220 megabyte MFM hard drives, that was quite a feat of engineering. Well, guys, everybody, I want to say thank you much. Please do keep us in your thoughts and in your prayers. Put some likes in the Likinator, and I will see you all today on JMac Oregon at 5 o'clock. So, for now, I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Oh, you want a blessing like you usually do? Absolutely. May all of you have a nice day. Stay warm. Have good vibes. Think of happy thoughts. And pray for and help those who can. Amen. Amen. Alright, guys. Gotta get going. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody.